Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of All About the Cars of Gran Turismo 7. In this video, we're going to learn all about the 1966 Ford GT40 Mark I. Now, this car is only available for purchase at the legendary dealer on GT7, and it costs 6.7 million credits to purchase. Now, if you aren't familiar with the legendary dealer on Gran Turismo 7, it rotates cars in and out of the dealership every day. So this car may or may not be available for you to purchase at the time that you watch this video, but it will eventually rotate back into being available for purchase again in the near future. So be sure to check back often for its availability. Now we'll click on this car and we'll start by going over some of its specs. First, this car comes with 559.93 performance points. It has an MR drivetrain, meaning that the engine is situated at the middle of the vehicle and the rear wheels drive the car. The maximum power is 354 horsepower at 6,500 RPM. The weight is 2,381 pounds and the engine is naturally aspirated. Now we'll click on Learn More and see what McKeel has to say about this car. When most people think of the Ford GT40, they think of Carroll Shelby, and they wouldn't be wrong. But it's worth mentioning that Shelby wasn't actually involved with the first GT40 Mark I, which appeared in 1964. The Mark I was a car with a fantastic concept. I think the way it retains the look of a classic GT car makes it especially beautiful. The only thing the Mark I was missing was the reliability required for endurance racing. That's why Ford decided to hand a large part of its racing program over to Shelby. And the rest is history. But the GT40 Mark I is where it all began, and because of that, it's considered a prized collector's item. Alright, that's everything we can learn about this car from the legendary dealer. Now we'll back out to the main menu and go to the garage where I'll get into this car and we'll learn some more about it. So here at the garage, I'll click on Change Car. We're going to scroll down to F for Ford. And here we are, and here is the vehicle. I'll click on this car, we'll listen to the startup sound, and then we'll learn some more about it. Alright, we'll click on Car Collection, go to this vehicle, and we'll learn some more by reading this short description about it. This historic machine achieved a much-desired Le Mans victory with an incredible 1-2-3 finish. In 1963, Ford attempted to buy Ferrari in order to improve its brand image through racing. The talks did not go well, to say the least. The deal didn't happen, and Henry Ford II went on a mission to beat Ferrari at its own game, expanding a collaboration with British race car constructor Lola Cars, to whom Ford was already providing engines, to develop a brand new racing car. In 1964, based on a race chassis designed by Lola, the Mark I was completed and the Ford GT was born. The commonly known name GT40 was originally a nickname given by a reporter who was surprised by the low 40-inch height of the car. A lightweight aerodynamic body of fiberglass was mounted on a steel monocoque chassis, powered by an all-aluminum 4.7-liter OHV V8 mounted amidships. The car made its debut at a 1964 Nürburgring race. Later that year, 3 Mark I's began the assault on Ferrari. The car showed incredible speed at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, breaking the lap record and achieving the first run in Le Mans history over 186 miles per hour, but the Fords failed to win due to reliability issues. From 1965, Ford commissioned race activities to Carroll Shelby, and though the GTs again set new top speed and lap records at Le Mans, all of the cars were again forced to retire from the race. At the 1966 Le Mans race, 8 out of the 13 Ford GTs in the race were advanced Mark IIs with improved chassis and Shelby-made 7-liter OHV V8s. In addition to many other refinements, the power of the engines skyrocketed from 345.2 horsepower to 468.4 horsepower. Mr. Ford himself came to the circuit to watch this race, and Ford not only achieved a much-sought victory, they dominated the podium with an incredible 1-2-3 finish. From 1966 through 1969, the Ford GT devastated the competition, winning the 24 Hours of Le Mans 4 years in a row. Alright, some great information about this car and its history from Gran Turismo's description about it. Now we'll back out to the main menu once again and go next door to the cafe where we'll see if anybody's here to talk to us about this car. And we have two people here, that's Jeremy and Shiro Nakamura. So let's see what Jeremy has to say first. This is the road version of the Mark I that raced at Le Mans in 1966. The Ford GT40 Mark I was introduced in 1964. It was developed specifically to beat Ferrari at Le Mans, where the Italian company had dominated. 3 Mark I's participated in the 1964 Le Mans race, but they all retired without making it to the finish line. In 1965, Ford put Carroll Shelby in charge of everything from development to strategy with the same result. Then, Shelby completely overhauled the chassis and engine, creating the Mark II in 1966. 8 Mark IIs and 5 Mark I's waged war at Le Mans that year. It was an overwhelming show of strength in numbers. This determination brought home the Le Mans title for Ford, finally putting an end to Ferrari's run. And now we'll go to Shiro Nakamura and see what he has to say about this car. I love this car, and it's easily one of my top 3 of all time. Based on sketches by Ford designers, you get the feeling that its appearance was brought together by British designers, who knew how race cars should look and perform. When compared to the Ferrari 330 P4 of the same year, the overall shape of the GT40 is emotionally modest while characterized by a more modern silhouette. They're both nice, but I think I prefer the GT40. The face created by the square headlamps and air intakes, which are rare in race cars, is aggressive and stylish. But there's a rather elegant feminine quality within the car's overall muscular nature, expressed by the line that runs from the cabin to the rear end. Although it hasn't been mentioned much before, but there's a quality not unlike that of the Lamborghini Miura here. The Mark II added air intakes, which gave the car even more race car intensity. It's this part of the car that I find very alluring. Alright, we're going to make one final stop down at the tuning shop where I'll show you everything that can be done to improve this car's performance and power. So here at the tuning shop, under the sports category, everything on this page is available for purchase except for the sports muffler and the first stage of weight reduction. Under club sports, you cannot add the sports clutch and flywheel, the second stage of weight reduction, or the dirt tires, but everything else on this page is available and can be added to this car. Under semi-racing, you cannot add any of the turbochargers or the sports intercooler or the third stage of weight reduction, but everything else on this page is fair game and can be added to the Ford GT40. And lastly, under the racing category, you cannot add the anti-lag system, the torque vectoring center differential, the fourth stage of weight reduction, or the active LSD controller, but everything else on this page, which is still a considerable amount, is available for purchase and can be added to this legendary vehicle. So lots that can be done to upgrade this car from its already impressive stats and get it ready for the racetrack. Alright, that's everything we can learn about this legendary vehicle from Gran Turismo 7, so I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it helps you to determine whether or not you'd like to add this car to your collection. Stay tuned for more videos highlighting all of the cars of Gran Turismo 7. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.